everyone, happy Friday and happy Valentine's Day to any of you who celebrate it. Fridays are what I like to call Family Friday, and it's the day that I stuff our kids binder and our fourth binder that I haven't shared with you yet. However, since we stuffed the kids binder last time, we're going to skip that one for now, and we're just going to stuff the fourth binder. But before I show you that one, I did want to talk a little bit more, or I guess introduce this binder a little bit. Something that I had mentioned in the previous video was that my mom was the one who introduced me to like cash stuffing and showed me all the YouTube videos, etc. But it's actually my husband who encouraged me to start a YouTube channel, and he is also the reason why I continued to cash stuff once we got past the hardship of having lost our employment. And to expand on that a little bit, yes, we did find the cash system very helpful as we were trying to manage the low income during those periods of unemployment. But what kept me excited about cash stuffing was being able to start allocating funds specifically to the things that my husband and I like to do, which is how this fourth binder came about. My husband and I used to go on a lot of trips, have a lot of date nights, and they weren't like lavish or expensive. They don't have to be, but we just spent a lot of time together, just that one-on-one time, getting to know each other and hanging out, and that's something that we would like to get back to. Obviously, when you get a house, you have kids, like those things can be impacted, and so we just wanted to make sure that we were still allocating funds for those things that we love to do together, one-on-one, so that we don't drift too far apart from each other. And so that's where this fourth binder came about, which is our couples binder. So it's specifically for date nights and trips that he and I take together. And that's the only thing that's in this binder. And so I also wanted to expand a little bit before we open this on the YouTube channel. My husband, as I mentioned, did encourage me to start it. And at first I went back and forth because I was like, there's already so much amazing content on YouTube related to cash stuffing. There's not much that I could contribute that would be new, you know what I mean? However, something he said that my mom said that I also agree with is that you never know who is going to inspire the next person, right? And so the more content we have out there, the more variety, the more people we might be able to bring in. And even if it's not to cash stuffing specifically, we might be able to introduce them to a different way of budgeting their current expenses in a way that's more fun. That's one of the reasons why I pushed forward with creating this channel. Also, I did think it would be great to have kind of an accountability system, because yes, right now I handle the expenses, and that's cool, and I can discuss some of those expenses with my husband, but it's really nice to be a part of a community or join a community that's doing the same type of budgeting, that can encourage one another and help you hold yourself accountable to those financial goals that you want to meet. So those are the reasons why I started the YouTube channel. I realized that I didn't mention that in the previous video, but it was because of my husband, and this binder also inspired by my husband. So without further ado, we have the couples book with this lovely embossed pattern. I did get this from Amazon, and it is lovely. Pink, in all honesty, is not my favorite color, but I wanted something, again, that could be visually distinctive, that reminded me of love. And so all right, and I want to show you what it looks like. It does start off with this little dashboard that I created just out of vellum and laminate, and it's the first picture that my husband and I took together on our very first trip, and so I wanted it in here for inspiration. I reached out to an Etsy seller who made a drawing of it, and I loved it, so that's why that's there. I then have a travel sleeve with a travel savings challenge that I created. It is a dice roll game, which I'll be happy to show you in a little bit how that works. I also created a gift sleeve, so any spontaneous gifts that I want to get for my husband, and I created these 3 savings challenges, which I refer to as the Encore series, and they're inspired by Cheryl Lynn, who has a verse in her song that goes, "Your good love deserves an encore." So I created that one where we can pick our own denomination and just color in. We can also do the music notes, and each note has its own allocation. And then we can also do roses on the stage, and each rose represents $5. So I did make those challenges as well for this book. In the little vacation slip, I have 2 challenges that I made, which are part of what I call the Path to Love series. And the first one is just the lily pads on a pond, and the next one is pavers like in the desert. This one really reminds me of Nevada, which is one of our favorite places to go on vacation. Next we have our husband slip, which I forgot to put the challenge back in for, but it actually has this one. It's what I call the Love Machine series, and it's inspired by the Miracles. It says, "I'm just a love machine and I won't work for nobody but you." And so you can color in ones. I guess you could also choose your own dollar amount for these, but there's 35 hearts in there, or each love computer represents $5, or the large gear represents 3 and the small gear represents 2. And so those are for that. I also have a movie slip in here, which interestingly enough, my husband doesn't really like going to the movies, but sometimes I drag him there. And the one I have in there right now is a dice roll, and each concession stand item has a corresponding dice number on it. I did create 2 others with this one, so that there's 3 as well. One is coloring the little popcorn kernels at $1 each for $20, and then the other is buttered popcorn for $4 or regular popcorn for $1. But right now I have the dice roll one showing because I think that's the one I want to play. Oh, also I forgot to erase this from last time, so I'll have to do that because we did recently come back from a trip, and so we depleted all of these funds, and I erased the amounts that I had there previously. So I will probably take a minute to erase that so I can come back to it. And then I also have a date night slip, and this is a fair date challenge that I created where you can save $140. I do have 2 others that go with this. One is cotton candy, where each color has a different attribute to save 30, and the other is candy apples, where each color or type has a different amount to save 50. And so I have this in there because we love going to the fair together. We did miss it last year, so I'm determined to not miss it this year. And then behind my next dashboard, which is another picture of us, that I requested a different Etsy artist to stencil out. I do have a road trip slip with a road trip challenge that I made where each mile marker is a different dollar amount to save 100. And I also have a concert slip with our concert date challenge that I made. This one also has two others that go with it, but I don't have them handy. One is for VIP passes and one is for parking, because I think people often forget parking. And I want to make sure that I'm ready for any concerts that might be upcoming. And then I also have the Dine Out slip, which right now has a food truck savings challenge in it, and each truck has a $10 amount, so you can save $50 toward your next truck stop. And so yeah, as I said, we won't be stuffing these last three right now. I put them behind this dashboard because they're a little bit lower priority for this round, but we will be stuffing the first set, hopefully, depending on how far we can get with this dice roll, because it can get a little bit expensive. So let me just take a minute off camera to erase that other movie night challenge, and I will be right back. Okay, so I cleared off that movie night savings challenge and popped it back in so it'll be ready for us when we get there. But for now, we're going to go ahead and start with this travel challenge. And you see, the reason I'm nervous is because, as I said, this one can get a little steep, and we don't have a lot of money, so I'm hoping I don't land on a 5 or a 6 when we roll, but we will see. So let's put that over here for a minute because we need to count our cash. I believe we have 115, but we're gonna double check. So for tens, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. For fives, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. For 115. So we are good to go. All right, now we're going to go ahead and slide this back part way. Take this challenge out and get our nice little love die from over here, and pray that we get a low number. Oh, 1. Perfect. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take our 10, slide it in here, and color off our one window. Oof, we got lucky on that one. Thank goodness. Because if we had rolled a 5 or a 6 and had to multiply that, that would have been $100 or $120. That would have made for a boring video. All right. Now I think because I have a lot of 5s, I think I'll just go ahead and stuff my $50 one with the $5 roses. And I think for now, I'll go ahead and add $10, so 2 roses. And go ahead and color those in. So now our Encore challenge has $10. I thought these binder sleeves were really cool when I first got them because they had the pocket here and the pocket back there, but it's pretty inconvenient to have to slide the money in on the ring side, so I'll probably change these out in the future. I'm also not a big fan of the hard plastic envelopes. I like that softer plastic, but anywho, let's move on to the Path to Love challenge. And I think I'll just stuff this Lily Pond one, and I'm going to add $10 to it. So I think I can just go ahead and start the path. I have a 2, a 4, and a 4, so that's $10. Let me go ahead and grab a 10, color in my 2, my 4, and my 4, and I've started my path. Oops. So now I can slide that in, or attempt to slide it in. I'm actually really excited to show you guys this binder because my hubby and I love spending time together, and it's really nice when you can come in here, know that the funds are allocated already, and be able to like go enjoy your trip without feeling like it's gonna come from one of the family binders or from one of our accounts unexpectedly. So love that. All right, and moving to our Love Machine challenge. I think I should stuff the computers because I have so many 5s, but I think instead I'll start with the $35 one because I know I'll be able to finish it faster, and sometimes you need that motivation to keep going. So I think I'll go ahead and do the hearts and add $10 as well. Yeah, add $10 and just go ahead and color in 10 hearts. So we'll get our 10 out and mark off our hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will go ahead and color these in. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm curious to see what people think. I know that some people might be watching and think 115 is too much to stuff just in a couple's binder. That money could be going somewhere else. And then some others might be thinking $115, that's chunk change, man. They might be stuffing a few hundred every time, which is great. Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I didn't. Okay. I was like, why did I skip this heart? But yeah, we'll get to that level one day where we're stuffing in hundreds in our couple's binder, and it'll be lovely. But for now, this is where we're at. And it is a priority to us to have this money allocated for our couple's time, which is why we have the whole binder for it. And it's always fun to see other people's priorities and like how they allocate their funds, but it's also important to remember you need to do what works best for you and prioritize what's important to you in your lifestyle. So that's it for this is actually my favorite challenge, my Love Machine challenge. And yeah, as I said, I cleared off the movie date one. So we're going to go ahead and roll the dice again and see what we get. I will say though, because I only have 5 and 10 denominations, if I don't get something that adds up to 5 or 10, I'll probably just manually select so that I can stuff it. Also, just a note, you may have noticed I don't have ones in my tray. It's because I don't like to cash stuff my ones. I do save ones, but I save them elsewhere. So that's why you don't see the 1 denominations. And the majority of my challenges, save for present company are divisible by 5, and I do that mostly for myself. But let's see what we get. So we'll go ahead and roll. We got a 2. Okay, we can only get a 3 at this point. Oh my goodness, a 6. Okay, that's 9. So I'll just go ahead and round up to 10. So I will go ahead and cross off the 2. And I will cross off a 6. Oh wait, did I get a 2 or a 3? Ah, I forgot. Did I get a 2 and I just embarrassed myself with my math, and that should be 8? Yes, I got a 2 and I was supposed to roll a 3 and I rolled a 6. Okay, so that's 8. So let's see, maybe I'll get another 2. Ignore all that. Maybe I'll get a 2 and that'll add up to 10. If not, I'll just round to the nearest 5. A 3. Okay. I think yeah, alright. So the 3 came that I wanted before, and that's fine. That's actually 11. I don't like doing IOUs. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a 4 to make it 15. And then just go ahead and add 15 in here. I did mention that my husband doesn't really enjoy going to the movies. He likes watching movies at home. However, we are both excited about the new Zootopia movie that's coming out, and so we're looking forward to going to see that. Alright, so our movie date is complete, and now we can move into fair date. And I am going to just go ahead and dig into this one because tickets can be pricey, and I actually enjoy going on the rides, so I'm going to move the dice to the side for now. And let's see how many 5s we have. Maybe I can clear out this row. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Why am I counting like that? Just kidding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have 8 5s. And how many flags do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay. So we'll go ahead and cross off these 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, good. Just making sure. Alright, so now fair date has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'm embarrassing myself counting this money because I forgot to put the fingertip moisture on. So I'm over here on the struggle bus for no good reason, but it's my own doing. Let me see how much. I got 1, 5. I have 25 left. I'm worried about going back to my travel savings challenge with the plane because I could roll something high. So I think maybe I'll go back to the Path of Love and see if I can add anything here. 5 and 3 is 8. 8 and 4 is 12. 12 and 3 is 15. Okay. My math is working for me. I'll go ahead and add 15 to this one so I can continue my path, and I'll be close to completing this. I'll only be $5 away. So go ahead and color this in. Alright. And and we are making good progress. So now Path to Love with the first 10 has 25. Oh man, I'm really tired of my envelopes embarrassing me, but that's fine. Great, so that's almost complete, and sorry to jump around, but I think I'm gonna actually go back to fair date and add my last 10 here. So what's kind of funny is I really don't like the Ferris wheel. That's my least favorite ride. I don't like being high up and going slow. I don't mind being high up and going fast. Like, I love roller coasters, but I actively avoid the Ferris wheel. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45. Okay, great. So we're off to a good start with our fair date. And it will be a while, you know, because those things typically come around in like early summer. But at least we're ready. And that's all of our money. So we're gonna call it a wrap. But I really appreciate you guys if you stopped by and if you stayed through till the end. I was excited to show you my couples binder. Glad we got to do that. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It will help the channel, and you know, you're welcome to follow along with my journey. Once again, happy Family Day, happy Valentine's Day, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.